I'm Erica Lopez with your E-Block today. We are talking to one of the 4 artists who won the Denver Fashion Week Entertainer Challenge. Jon Rubio will be performing at the Streetwear and Sneaker Show next week. Here to talk about his music, we welcome Jon Rubio. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a blessing to be here.
Of course, and congratulations. There were a lot of submissions. You were fantastic. I was one of the judges, and I'm really excited to see you and have you perform. You've got a new single out. You're working on an album. Talk to me a little bit about what inspires you behind your music.
That's a great question. I love interviews like this because I love talking about that, and my biggest inspiration is being able to sing a song and somebody in the crowd after the show comes up to me. It's like, hey, that song really meant a lot to me, and, I relate to that. And, that relativity, the connection to the audience, the intimacy there, it's like, that's why I love music,
Yeah.
That's how we can make a difference and really reach and impact our communities, and I'm just blessed to be able to do so.
Absolutely, and you are actually first generation Mexican-American. You said that really kind of plays into what you're inspired by and who you want to reach, which is really cool. You said at 2, you crawled up on stage, your dad played music at church, and you hit the drums, and that's kind of been maybe your first introduction into music. So share with me a little bit about kind of how you got into music and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, so like I was saying before, my dad used to play at church, growing up. So we grew up around, music in the house, loud drums all the time, So it was kind of in they would always tell me in my blood.
Yeah.
I was on stage. Like when my mom was pregnant, she would also sing with my dad
Aw.
at church. So, they always tell me like, yeah, I mean, you've been on stage since you were a baby, So growing up, I went to school and got classically trained to do drums, and I ended up going to Metropolitan State University here in Denver, and I studied jazz performance there, was able to learn more of the theoretical stuff behind music, and I started getting into beat producing because I always loved hip hop.
Yeah.
I played drums my whole life, but like hip hop was such a different expression for me. I was able to write my story and be able to connect with my audience in a different way than I do on drums. So, that now I'm here, and for people watching, they might know me from the Mocochetes.
Yes,
And I
they
drum
probably do.
and we have one where I drum and rap now, so it's something that we're integrating into our set list now. So
That's hard work, man. You're doing it all. You're making the beats, you're doing the drums, you're singing. I mean, you truly are a talent. What are you looking forward to most performing at Denver Fashion Week in front of maybe a new fan base, new audience?
well, I'm definitely looking forward to converting people,
Yeah.
to like being open to different styles of hip hop. Like you were saying, like I really love incorporating my heritage, my Latino roots, my Mexican roots into my music. And I don't think that it's being represented enough in hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's a good way for me to kind of bridge that and get people to like, oh, hey, let's listen to some Spanish music. What's this
Yeah.
Mexican music about, Or for, my Mexicanos that don't speak English, they're like, oh, well, what's this hip hop about? They only listen to like Mexican styles of music. So it's a good way to blend both and
Yeah.
also bridge, expand my audience. And that's like, I mean, that's my niche, that's where I fit in and do my thing. So I'm just, I'm excited to show people what I do.
Yeah. Well, we're all very excited to see you, and we appreciate you for submitting. And we'll tell the people at home when they can see you. You're going to be performing on the 14th of November at the Streetwear and Sneaker Show. Folks can get tickets right now at denverfashionweek.com. Jon, I can't thank you enough for joining me today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and then if you guys want to reach me, you can find me on all platforms under Jon Rubio, JonRubio.
Perfect.
Check me out on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, IG, Facebook, you name it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.